how big is the last game at AAMI Stadium? Is it just a thing that we're talking up a bit, or does it actually mean something to the players?
Oh no, it means something to the players, the club, and the fans. I guess really important day for our guys from a performance point of view, but a big day for our supporters and past players that have made this club the culture that it is. So the players are really keen to put on a good performance. I was lucky enough when I was at Carlton to have the same situation when we left Princes Park, so it is a big deal for the supporters that have obviously been supporting the club for a long time. But as of Saturday night, we're into the next phase of this club.
You got, I guess the season's over in terms of finals, but is it important to still play really strongly against a lowly side like Melbourne?
Yeah, look, we're not underestimating any opponent. We've got 2 weeks to go. We've said all along we still got to continually teach our guys about how we want to play. So these are 2 very important 2 weeks. 1 under match conditions, but 2 going into pre-season as well.
Scott, are you looking forward to the battle of the boxers with the Silver Fox, Neil Craig in there?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, he's got a pretty intimate knowledge about the list and their strengths and weaknesses. So I'm sure Neil would knowing Neil, have a few plans in place. But yeah, it's going to be interesting how he goes about it.
In terms of your team, any issues, late changes or anything from today to tomorrow?
No, not at this stage. No, we'll go in as selected.
So what was the problem with Sam Shaw? Just a little amiable?
Yeah, we were coming off a 6-day break. He's missed a hell of a lot of footy. We don't really want to risk him. He's had, hamstring, injuries virtually most of the year. He's played a lot of minutes, so we just thought we'd play a little bit safe. Hardigan's been in really good form. We liked what we saw against him when we played him over in Perth, so another opportunity to get some time into him.
No, not at all saying guilty by association, but you were at Essendon. How does it all sit with you, how it's playing out?
Look, I don't know the ins and outs of the whole thing like everyone else does. So, from an ex-player and an ex-coach, I don't like seeing that at any footy club, whether you're aligned to it or not. So I know James quite well. I know the players quite well, so it's hard for me. They're going through a really tough time, but I just hope it gets all sorted out.
Have you spoken to any of them just to offer a bit of support or anything like that?
No, I've spoken to 1 or 2 players, but they've got enough on their plate. But just a bit of support more than anything. They're obviously copping a fair whack over there in the media and whatever. So still got some close relationships with some guys there. So I just hope it gets sorted out for the best interest of everyone.
It's taking a long time. Is it a little bit, come on, hurry up?
Oh yeah, well I guess everyone's sick of talking about it, and hopefully they get a result.
Yeah, AFLBA saying that some of their players might be free to leave with breach of conditions. Do you think that might create a bit of a frenzy on the other clubs sort of looking to pick off their players?
Well, if they're quality players, I would suggest they would, but I don't think this industry is about picking off players in those circumstances. I would have thought that all the guys that are there are very loyal and want to be at that footy club. It is a great footy club with great history, so I would suggest that they'd sort it out.
Angus Graham hasn't had a shot yet this year. What's he doing wrong?
Oh, he's probably not doing a lot wrong, other than we think Sam's our number 1 ruckman. We want to continue to develop him. We put game times in Sean Kernan, who we think can still be a really strong second backup ruckman, if not a first ruckman eventually. Josh Jenkins has been doing some pitch hitting as well, so those guys have stood up for most of the year. Arguably Sauce hasn't been in his All-Australian form as last year, but we think he's still critical to the way we structure up. So, our philosophy's been, that 1 ruck with a second key forward for the majority of the year, and I guess if Sam went down, then he potentially gets an opportunity, but hasn't happened this year so far.